right, the MG kit reveal. This thing is so long, you can't even get it in one shot. This is kind of a goofy body when you think about it. I mean, when you really look at it. Like, up here, it's like a grasshopper with its wings closed, you know? Or it's like a small version of the Ghost, and then boom! Let's get all this. I feel like if this was a real ship, the aerodynamics on it would be so impractical. It's like stealth mode here, and then boom, all this nonsense in the way. Anyhow. Ooh. So first we got the basic gunners look alive. God, this thing is so clunky. Look at it. Hey, is that the... Yeah, that's the new First Order ship over there. The, Wow, I already forgot the name of it. But yeah, that's the new one over there. Final text. If it is the StarFortress's turn, deal physical damage twice. Inflict target lock for 2 turns. If the enemy has 5 stacks of the sweet spot, recover 15% protection. Okay, that's cool and weird. Like, you gotta have 5 stacks of it, so that's very, I don't know. Like, I feel like the First Order one's better. It's more of a guaranteed thing. This one, you gotta have 5 stacks of this nonsense piled up first. Begin drop sequence. Oh, yeah, hey, I feel like this should be a big hit. It looks like it didn't do anything, though. Go again. And... yeah, it doesn't look like it did too much, but I feel like that should be a huge hit. Let's see. Final text. Deal physical damage and dispel all buffs from target enemy. Okay. Remove 10% turn meter per stack of the sweet spot. So you can do max 5, right? So that's only 50% turn meter. I guess that's sort of significant. Inflict evasion down for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. Okay. It's a moot point, almost. If the target enemy has 5 stacks of the sweet spot, place 3 concussion mines on them, which can't be evaded or resisted. Okay, so what's a concussion mine do? It says it deals damage equal to 10% of the target's max health and dazes the target for 2 turns when it explodes. This can't be dispelled. So is this kind of like a thermal detonator? It explodes after like a turn or so? Or is it immediate? 3 of them, so that's 30% of the target's max health. Max health? So that means the whole time? So that means if they're already at 50% health, you'd be doing... I'm just trying to figure this math out. So if they had half the amount of their health, so let's say their max health is 100, and they had 50 HP left, and 10% is 10, so that's 30 damage, so now they're down to 20 health left. So in that regard, this could seem like a massive hit. Tico's Sister Legacy. Cooldown. Rose Tico. What does this do? What does this do? What the heck? It's the same type of animation as the First Order ship. It has, like, nothing happens, those 2 assist, and then this thing gets, like, a weird circle around its body. The First Order one did that also. Final text. Recover 50% health and gain taunt for 2 turns. Okay, 2 turns? That's goofy, though. Well, no, that's good, actually. What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm thinking. Call all other resistance allies to assist, dealing 50% less damage. Oof. Yeah, that's just like the First Order one. If the enemy has 5 stacks of the sweet spot, resistance allies assist with no damage penalty. Ooh! So that's what they were talking about before. Pay attention to when there's 5 stacks. No damage penalty? Holy crap. That could be some serious hits. I mean, there's not many resistance ships. There's only 3, right? I think there's only 3. So it's only 3 ships assisting, but all of them doing a full hit? Boom, boom, boom. This does damage too, right? No, it just gains taunt and recovers health. Still, Hardware, or as I call it, the ship Zeta. All clear, bring the bombs. Bring the bombs. Final text, enter the battle. Apply 2 stacks of the sweet spot to all enemies. Resistance allies gain tenacity up for 2 turns. That's it. I mean, I guess that's decent in the grand scheme of what all these do, but it just sounds pathetic. It's so short. Unique. The sweet spot. Here we go again. Final text. At the start of battle, if all allies are resistance. Well, they can't be because there's not that many resistance ships. Alright, resistance. The StarFortress is immune to critical hits for 1 turn. The StarFortress gains taunt for 1 turn if an ally with deflector shield receives damage from an enemy. If the StarFortress loses taunt, it gains taunt for 1 turn if it didn't already have taunt. What the heck is up with all these taunt words? It's starting to get confusing too. If the StarFortress loses taunt, it gains taunt for 1 turn if it didn't already have taunt. Well, obviously it's not going to have taunt if it lost it. And if another resistance ally has deflector shield. Oh, okay, so there's a condition. Never mind, should have kept going. While the StarFortress has taunt, it has a 100% counter chance. Ooh! 100% counter chance. Whenever the StarFortress gains Foresight, damage immunity, the StarFortress dispels it, and gains critical hit immunity for 2 turns instead. That actually doesn't go away. The Foresight is 1 turn. I mean, 1 attack. So critical hit immunity for 2 turns may actually be better. Whenever a resistance ally deals damage to an enemy, they apply a stack of the Sweet Spot max 5 until the end of the encounter or until the StarFortress is defeated. The Sweet Spot. Increased effects from abilities that utilize the Sweet Spot. Oh, okay. The ones we already read. How many abilities does this have? I felt like it had a lot. The first order one only had 4. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sort of. Yeah. So this person's hating. It says, shame on you for this, Doja Fett. Even though you are just the messenger here, you should have known better. Nobody with a sane mind has ever asked for more utility for Rose, nor will. I mean, that's true. Rose absolutely sucks, and she's almost pointless to be added to the game when you think about it. I mean, her use in the movies is very limited even. All she basically does was fall in love with Finn. But anyhow, at the same time, though, they force you to Relic 5 her for Galactic Legends Ray. So, in that regard, this is decent to give her more utility, so to speak. Cry about it some more. At least she has some use now. Negative Nancy over here getting all upset. Well, that's a bit aggressive. I mean, I know I made fun of him, but I was understanding. I have, and I will. What? You've asked for more utility for Rose? Okay, is this just turning into... Yeah, see? Wrong. Having Relic her for Ray. I'm delighted about this. Exactly. That's what I just said. Because even though she's Relic 5, she's still completely worthless. So at least this doesn't make her better, but at least she has a purpose now. Okay, cool. You're Relic 5, so now you're enhancing a ship. Sweet. More utility for Rose. Wait a minute. Is this the same guy? Oh, no. Just the same kind of dark picture. Having just unlocked Ray, a huge thank you for letting us use units we have already had to gear up. And now, I may be blind, but does it say anywhere where the chases will start? Yeah, I don't know what this even means, though. What is a galactic chase? Is this a new event or something, or am I just dumb? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was just going along with this person. But Inyak Solomon says, how does the ship unlock? First order one says galactic chase, but this one has no information on how we'll get it. That's what I thought, but I was like, maybe I'm just an idiot. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah. This Inyak Solomon guy, he's very familiar. I think he used to be in my guild. Let's see. Someone else again. Speak for yourself. She's a force farm for a key meta character. Adding value to these characters is exactly what people should want CG to do. Thanks, Doja Fett. This looks great. Actually, in all fairness, too, I will say this. People should want characters that we already have to be ship crew. Like, think about it. Do you really want a new character and a new ship? That's just annoying. That's a double grind for no reason. At least this is using characters we already have and potentially already have beefed up. I mean, for me, I've never worked on Rose yet because I don't care about Resistance. I didn't care about unlocking Ray. Like, right now, I have Supreme Leader Kylo already unlocked. I'm working on unlocking C. After that, I'm going to be working on unlocking Master Luke. I don't really care about Rey. Her requirements suck too, so that's also not encouraging to me. But obviously a lot of people did go after Galactic Legend Rey, and so for those for those who have, I should say, this is fantastic. You have a character that you've already worked on. You don't have to do a new grind. Yeah, you have to grind this ship, but you don't have to grind the character at least. It cuts it out of the way. Like, think about Second Sister. We got Second Sister and a new ship that Second Sister drives, but they both are new, so we gotta grind for both of them, and then you gotta beef them up. I mean, beefing up ships is pretty easy for now. There's no mods, there's no relics and all that nonsense. You just lay down the pieces, boom, bam, done. But Second sister, you gotta get her to 7-star. Get her to level 85. I mean, that's easy, but still. Then you gotta get her to relic status. Get her mods good. Get her moves beefed up. I mean, again, that's pretty easy too, but still. It's a lot of work. So at least this one, Rose is done. And Resistance Trooper would be done too if you have Rey. So this actually is not bad. I know, it's goofy to be choosing Rey, but... I mean, Rose, but... it makes sense. Concussion Mine's exploding after how many turns? That's what I said in the video! I said, does this work like thermal detonators, or is it immediate, or when is it? Oh, man. Every word you just said is wrong. Okay, Jedi Master Luke. Hanging out on his island when he's talking to Rey. I called it. Rose is the pilot. You could even say every word of what they just said was wrong. What, is that actually how Luke phrased it? You knew what they meant. Breaking out the popcorn to enjoy the wailing and gnashing of teeth. I love Rose, and I'm happy to have a reason to slap 6 mods on her. Oh, 6-star, I see what they're talking about. Resistance fleet is going to be scary, no joke. Here's the thing, first off, I just want to analyze their comment. I love Rose. Rose is such like a random character. How would you love her? I mean... you know what I mean? She was only in 1 movie. Technically, she's in Rise of Skywalker, but very limited. And as far as her role in Last Jedi, like I said, she was just hanging out with Finn the whole time. So why would anybody become a fan of her? Like, at least Jar Jar was in the... If you're a Jar Jar fan, because you could say that. Like, he was only in 1 movie, and there's people that are fans of Jar Jar. But at least Jar Jar has a lot going for him. 1, he's a goofy character. You know, he's a Gungan. Like, Rose is just a human. Second, there's the theories that he was actually a Sith Lord, with supporting evidence from the movies that he probably was, but then since nobody liked him at that time for some reason, they ended up coming up with Dooku instead. But the Phantom Menace probably was supposed to be Jar Jar. So there's that. That's cool about him. There's also the aspect of how he was, at least in the movie, a lot. He's in the movie, like, from the very beginning almost. Then again, Rose is also, but I don't know, I feel like he's more prominent. He's hanging out with Padme, he's hanging out with Qui-Gon and Obi, he's hanging out with the actual Gungans on Naboo, he's doing a lot, where Rose is just hanging out with Finn. And just being in love with him. Jar Jar wasn't in love with them. I don't know, anyways, so that's 1. 2, they said, I can't wait to slap 6-dot mods on her. I mean... how you play the game is your way, but for me, every time I relic a character, I just get their mods to 6-dot anyways, so, I mean, if this was me, and I had Rose relic status, she would already have 6-dot mods anyways. Third thing is, Resistance Fleet is going to be scary, no joke. I don't think so. Yes, this ship will help, but how many, like I said, how many Resistance ships are there? There's currently only 3, right? And now this one will be a 4th. Well, that's 3 slots that are just going to be some random ships that don't even have resistance synergy. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like a resistance... first off, nobody uses resistance squads now because they're worthless. How is 1 ship going to flip it around and make it all of a sudden meta? I don't know. I don't see it. So what does the basic do if it's on an assist or counter? Just do damage once? The text isn't very clear. What? Let me reread that. What are you talking about? It said if the target... whoops. If it's StarFortress's turn, deal physical damage twice. No, it's clear. If it's the StarFortress's turn. So if it's an assist or hold on, what was the thing they said? If it's an assist or a counter, then it's not the StarFortress's turn, so it would only go once. StarFortress drops hundreds of bombs. CG 3, take it or leave it. Jokes aside, it looks good, but I'd have liked the ability to drop 5 to 10 bombs on someone. I mean, yeah, that's super true. It does drop like a massive horde of bombs, and they say 3. They could have done something goofy with those bombs, like make it so it's almost like a Chimaera move, how it's like an annihilate. Choose 1 enemy and you just drop, 100 bombs, so that, you could just say, and it just basically kills the ship. That would have been cool. That would have then that would have made the resistance fleet scary, because then you'd be like, oh crap, Is this thing gonna drop a billion bombs on me and destroy me? Not just 3. Damages once. Inflicts target lock and gains 15% protection if enemy has stacks. I already went over that. My guess as well. But it is not what it says. As it stands right now, a counterattack will not deal damage. Right now, the text is final text at the start. Yeah, whatever. If the StarFortress loses taunt, it gains taunt for 1 turn if it didn't already have taunt. The language here... Wait, there's language like this in JMK's kit, and I still don't understand it. How can I lose taunt if I didn't already have it? What does this mean? Wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't even look at it that way. It loses taunt and gains taunt for 1 turn if it didn't already have taunt. See, the way I saw it was, okay, it loses taunt. Obviously, it doesn't have taunt anymore, so it'll regain taunt for 1 turn. But the way this person's saying it is, how can I lose taunt if I didn't already have it? Or, how would you regain taunt if you had it to lose in the first place? You know what I mean? So you had it and you lost it, so do you regain it because you did have it? Or... Maybe that is way more confusing than I originally thought. The ship sounds great. This fleet was in dire need of a dedicated tank. Surprised there is any additional leveraging of foresight and or exposures to get the maneuver quicker, but regardless, no complaints. If 1, another unit gives it a locked taunt buff on top of its existing taunt, it won't gain a stack of dispellable taunt via unique. 2, some other unit's unique gives taunt as soon as it loses its taunt. So you will now have 1 stack of taunt. Did you mean isn't? What? Surprised there isn't any additional leveraging of... Oh, maybe. Because on my read-through, it sounds like the ship won't help you get to the ultimate sooner. Cooldown is reduced by using a special when you have foresight. The unique here immediately removes foresight and adds crit immunity. It's a good way to keep the ultimate balanced where it was and something I predicted. A mechanic similar to Wrecker consuming stealth. What happens with the bomber's basic if it attacks out of turn? We already went over that. Head over and start earning blueprints for this resistance tank today. During this event, the drop rate for StarFortress blueprints on each node has been scaled to Cantina Energy. Cantina battles are rewarding bonus drops from 225 through 3-1. Is the event today or on the 25th? If it's today, could these be announced in advance next time? I already used my Cantina refreshes. What? 225. Today's only 223. So why would it be today? Oh, I see. It's because it says for this resistance tank today. Never mind. Also, you did your Cantina refreshes. Oh, that's expensive. That's 300 gems, I think. I usually just do the regular energy because that's 50, so that's 150 a day I've been doing the whole time I play. I'd want to do Cantina, but I just feel like it's too expensive for the gems. 25th. Concussion Mines explode after 1 turn according to B-28 Bomber's kit, so maybe 1 turn? Wait, the B-28 has Concussion Mines? Or something else? I don't know. Triple utility now for Rose, prerequisite and rancor fodder. And now a pilot. Popcorn. I know there isn't a comment section on the content update post, but will Dark Trooper be on the accelerated characters list for the March calendar? His kit reveal was March 2 last year, and characters become accelerated after a year. If not, it would be great for players who don't have him at 7 stars to get 84 shards from the calendar versus 42, even though he'll probably become accelerated the first week of March. Dark Trooper. Do I have that guy? I don't know. For myself, I'm excited for more ship content and will gladly take a dedicated tank for the Resistance fleet in whatever form I can get one. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not too pumped about the ship stuff because I don't really care about ships. Then again, I don't care about ships because CG's never really put effort in for you to care about ships. So, but anyways, I just don't really care. But I do think we really should get a lot more ships because at the end of the day, we have so many capital ships. How do I phrase this? The capital ships to regular ships ratio is way off. 1 capital ship consumes 7 regular ships. I'm pretty sure you can only make, with the ships that we have, you can only make like 5 full teams. But there's like 8 capital ships. You got Grievous. Well, actually, you got the original 4. Thrawn, Tarkin, Mace, and what's his name? Akbar. Then you have Kenobi and Grievous and Radis. And then the Finalizer, and now Piet's ships. So actually, there's 9 capital ships. So, yeah. There's a huge disconnect between capital ships and actual crew. So I do think we need to really fill out regular ships. They went way too hard on capital ships, and I don't understand why. It's kind of goofy. So, in that regard, this is good to see more regular ships, just to kind of attempt to add some balance there. Anyways, I feel like going over the community comments was way longer than it should have been, or needed to be. I really dragged this on. But, that is it. That is the kit reveal. Decent enough ship. It should work great with Resistance Squad. I don't mean that stupidly. Obviously, it'll work great with Resistance. It is a Resistance ship, but I just mean it should help out the utility of Resistance. And anyways, that is all. And until next time, I said see ya.